Good afternoon. We'd like to welcome everybody to the Mesa City Council study session for the afternoon of Monday, August 28th. All of our council is present. The first item on our agenda for this meeting is to review our agenda for tonight's council meeting. So, council, I know we went over this just a day or two ago, but are there anything on the agenda for tonight that you'd like any additional information on or any questions on? Councilmember Goforth.
I do. And Mary and I have talked about this, but I just thought in case anybody else had questions on it, if you could let us know here in the study session. It's item 7C, the Baywood Medical Collaborative. And my question was just on the parking. The ordinance calls for 26 spots and the proposed project shows 54. So I was just curious as to why.
Mayor, council member, the reason that they are overparked, if you look at the aerial, you can see that there is a site north of this, and they are looking to consolidate the two parcels. The site north of this was developed probably in like the 80s, 90s kind of time frame, and given today's standards, they're a little bit probably under park for what our standards would be today. So once they consolidate the two lots, between the two lots, they're going to use those parking spaces back and forth between the two sites, which is why they're over, because the site they're going to consolidate with is under.
Is under. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
After experience that Desert, where they have to keep building parking and off-site parking, they probably are very sensitive to accommodating future needs, because the one at Dobson, they were parking people like a quarter mile away. So yeah.
Yes, Ms. Duff.
I would just like to make a comment for 7D. I don't have any questions, but I just want to make a thank you to Michelle Donovan for taking these steps to preserve the Nile and Mesa's history. And we appreciate her remarkable businesses and contributions to downtown. I just want to make note of the Nile and downtown Mesa and her application for a historic, what do you call it, an overlay? Historic landmark overlay on that building to preserve it for generations to come. Thank you.
Amen. There was a couple of great newspaper articles on that this week, and we appreciate, I mean, it's hard to overstate the significance of the Nile. Some really cool historic photos going back to the very, very early days of our downtown. Council, other questions on the agenda for today? There's one I just want to highlight, 5B. I want to keep it on the consent agenda, but I mean, this is updating and just kind of clarifying the term of the IGA that we entered into with the Board of Regents back prior to the development of the Mix Center. This is just kind of clarifying the dates, and I think it's just a good time to say how pleased I am, and I hope others agree with the Mix Center. It's been fun to see with the kickoff of the new school year, the activity that's been in and out of that building, and I look forward. I don't think anyone, the city or ASU, intended that it would be a standalone facility. You know, the real synergy is going to come when there's additional development, and I appreciate that this agreement just reiterates that and clarifies that we're going to continue to work on additional development ASU in projects in downtown Mesa. Ms. Spilsbury.
I just have to make the comment because I can never pass up the opportunity to bring up the beautiful ASU campus in downtown Phoenix. I always tell people, if you haven't been down there, go look at it. That's what I want this area to look like. It's just incredible. It's really beautiful, and anyways, I would love for it to look like this.
Amen. If you've been down there, I teach a class down there, and it's hard to, again, overstate the level of activity, just the people that are there, and all the economic activity, and it's a really hustling, bustling place, and I aspire for our community, our downtown to emulate that. Yes, Ms. Duff.
I'd also like to chime in on the same item regarding our IGA with ASU. ASU's, the Mix Center being in downtown has shown, been such an asset in our community in many ways. And what it has meant in as far as also the confidence of other people, other developers and businesses, and the success and being part of the catalyst of changing the downtown scope and being a very viable economic area in which we're building housing and having more businesses and finally maybe going to get that grocery store and everything like that. We have to build the education and workforce and entrepreneurship. We're developing our innovation district. ASU is a key partner in building that innovation district we have the Mix Center, which is dealing with the digital arts in gaming and filming and artificial intelligence and there's something else there, virtual reality, those kinds of mediums. So taking that to the next step and doing more with ASU in which we can build our innovation district for a sustainable economy is very key, and I look forward to working with ASU and building an area in which we all can prosper and enjoy. Thank you.
And Mayor, just quickly related to this, and we'll be bringing this to the council, but we just kicking off conversations with ASU about 5155, right? So that where the Benedictine building is, about that being a possible location for a combination of ASU commercial space there. And so that may be, kind of fulfilling this agreement, looking for other ways to expand. That was kind of the next site. So we're bringing on consultants so we can work together to imagine what that would look like, and then see if the timing works out for ASU to make some commitments to that space. And if not, we want to find spaces complementary to the Arts Center and other activities downtown. So
That's great. I'm excited to see where that goes with the Opus project and, Melody on Main coming online, where that's really going to be in the middle of a lot of housing and a lot of exciting economic projects. So it's fun to see the evolution of downtown. All right, Council, anything else that's on our agenda for upstairs that you'd like additional information on? All right, if nothing, then next on our agenda is current events and conferences attended. I know you've all been busy. Who would like to talk about that? Ms. Spilsbury.
On Saturday morning, the Walmart on Greenfield and the 60, they redid their entire store, and there was a huge ribbon cutting with the chamber there and the Mesa High Band and over 100 employees. It was just a big celebration, so I wanted to acknowledge that and thank them for their contributions to our community and how much we benefit from that. Then also on Saturday, at the last minute, I wasn't able to attend, but I wanted to mention that Dina Milliron passed away. She worked for the Idea Museum for 23 years. Huge, significant contribution to the Idea Museum and to Mesa, and I just wanted to acknowledge that celebration of life that was at the Idea Museum on Saturday, and how much we will miss her. And then the last thing I wanted to mention was that this week, currently, that we're in right now, is Be Kind to Humankind Week. You knew I was going to mention this. So try to spread some Mesa kindness this week, and also we're encouraging people to volunteer for the 9/11 Day of Service, and that is the week of September 9th through the 16th. The City of Mesa is partnering with Just Serve, and there are tons and tons of projects that you can do in your area. You can find out more information on mesaaz.gov/volunteer and click on 9/11 Day of Service and find a lot of different projects there that you can participate in.
Thank you. I was at the memorial service, and it was very touching. She spent 20 plus years with the Idea Museum, and she'll be sorely missed, Dina Milliron. I'm sorry I missed the Walmart at Tacos Tijuana. Tell me they are still alive and well in the parking lot, are they not? They have to be. Okay, good.
They're closer to Greenfield. Yes.
Yes,
they're
okay.
still there.
Great. Sorry I missed that. Council, who else would like to share what you've been up to? All right, thank you. That then concludes, Mr. Brady, what does our schedule of future meetings look like? I know some of us are headed to the League of Cities and Towns.
Right, just a reminder again, we've
Yes.
talked about this, there'll be no study session for Thursday, August 31st, since most of council will be attending the League of Cities Conference. And then, so the next meeting of the council is on Thursday, September 7th at 7:30 a.m. And then that will be followed by an audit and finance Audit Finance Enterprise Committee meeting. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Council, is there a motion to adjourn this meeting? Thank you, Mr. Summers and Ms. Spilsbury. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Thank you. We are adjourned, and we'll reconvene at 5:45 upstairs.